Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is Pyramids Under the Ice. It was written by Josh Harwood and his friend Jason West. Josh is the game master, and this will be episode 5. We're not going to do a recap. We discussed before the game some of the details, mainly because the last episode isn't completely processed yet because I'm moving. But without any further delays, let's continue our journey in the darkness. Josh?
Thanks, Tom. So it's the next morning. The last thing that happened really in the night was Leroy confronting Patrick, but then after that, everyone kind of just went to sleep. It's the next morning. We'll say some of you might get ready. It depends on how quickly as your characters you get ready and stuff, but we'll say everyone's moving around in the dorm, like in the sleeping quarters, getting dressed, and probably gone to get something to eat and that. And so, yeah, what does everyone want to do as they've woken up?
Well, I'm going to check on... Have they taken my patient away?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just eating. I'm eating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at breakfast.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Breakfast.
If everyone's at breakfast, okay, cool. So as you're all eating
I
breakfast,
suspect there's a good chance there's not a Jurgen there.
we could say that you're still sleeping because obviously you were locked in the closet for quite a while. So we could say that you're sleeping for a little bit longer.
Yeah, after a shower, I'm sure.
Yeah. So while you're in the eating area, you see various people who obviously you work with. Leroy, you get glares from Patrick as he kind of walks by you.
Mm-hmm.
And he just sits down at the back with the other Pirate employees. The security team are all sitting in their own little section as well. Obviously, there's a gap empty because obviously Connor's not there, so I've kind of left it open just in case he comes back or whatever. And I'll say all of you guys are sat at the same table. You eat your food, and then Sam Worthington comes and sits down next to you guys and just goes, "How you all doing?"
Good morning, Sam.
What's going on, Sammy?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. So yeah, today's the day we go on we go check out this anomaly or whatever they're calling it.
Good. I'm eager to meet the people at the other base.
Yeah, Mac did try getting through to him, but he still didn't get any radio acknowledgement from him. But he said they've been like that every time they go down. It's almost radio silent. So. But so I'll be going. Patrick and the Pirate employees aren't going on the expedition. They're staying here.
I give Angus a look to when he says that. No, in my experience, when you feel like you're being screwed, it's usually because you are.
Well, you know how it is, Leroy and Angus. We're always getting screwed over by people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sammy, has anybody heard anything about that Connor guy?
And no, not at all. They did send us a couple of the security team to go look just around the perimeter, but they came back, nothing.
That's unfortunate.
Well, he won't survive long out there in that cold with no clothes on.
That's true. That's why we're thinking he'll either show up here alive or we might find him out there. Which that's the worst case scenario.
There's no current security search out for him?
Well, we can't keep sending everyone out because we got the expedition today. We need to keep everyone safe there. and we got to keep the base secure. Yeah.
And
Bugs
it's
all over
highly,
again.
it's highly unlikely, extremely unlikely, that if he was stranded out in the snow with very little clothing or no clothing, he could not have survived the night.
No.
And he
Is
couldn't
frozen
have
to death.
It would have been mere hours before he froze to death.
Yes.
exactly, and he couldn't have gone far. Surely, if he had no clothes on, he couldn't have gone too far.
There are very many strange things about this whole trip.
Tell me about it. The Carlyles are being very secretive now. They're barely. I meant to be a leader on this expedition. They're barely telling me anything anymore. It all just seems. Everyone seems to be fending for themselves at the minute. But
Well,
we'll
at
see
least
what.
this breakfast is really good. It's a lot better than pemmican.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Hey,
but bacon's actually pretty good.
Coffee ain't bad either.
yeah, that is Mac. Literally, Mac does everything around here, pretty much.
Oh, I thought you meant that the bacon was literally Mac. And I was going to say we have resorted to that finally. I'm not surprised.
And for lunch, we're going to have leg. So
Oh,
Leg of Carl.
Oh,
No,
Well-
that belongs to me.
Worthington just goes too soon, man. Too soon.
I still do not understand how that could have happened.
Neither do I.
the security blackout.
Yeah, but
The door
And the door at the same time.
falling without the security releases working. So many coincidences happening.
speaking of doors, who let Jorgen out?
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen Jorgen for a while.
why was Yorkin somewhere locked in a closet?
That was specific.
I'm getting
I think he let himself out with a great shove.
I don't know. There was a big hole in the closet when I woke up this morning.
In the shape of Jorgen.
Somebody needs to fix that closet because that door is
The
that
lock,
lock
yeah.
is a sticky lock.
Yeah, it sticks.
I would say at this point, Jorgen, you've got ready and all that. You just walk into.
Oh, hello, Yorkin.
Jorgen.
Good morning. Except for Dr. Curtis, you can go fuck yourself.
So, what is on the agenda for today? We are traveling to the other base.
Yeah, you guys are just meant to, from what the Carlyles and Patrick told me, they just said we're spending the next few hours getting ready, then we're setting off about midday.
So, I've already put together the essential stuff that I need to do any kind of analysis when I'm there.
Okay.
Hopefully, they have some sort of medical bay set up.
And we're flying too, correct? Or using tracked Land Rover? Or
We're using the vehicles that the Chavez brothers were sorting out yesterday.
Are they snowcats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
How long are they thinking is the trip going to be?
it should only take like a few hours to get there.
Okay, so we need to bring snacks.
Yeah,
Snacks and blankets.
Yeah, we might be there. It depends. We don't know what's
Do you
out
have
there.
those big jars of cheese puffs?
Gonna have to get some extra bacon for breakfast and bring it with me.
Just you can check the food store because obviously it's open to everyone. So
All right, Angus, we're going to the food store. Let's go.
If they have
gotta
like
get it.
unsalted nuts or something, I would like those.
Okay, we'll get you some nuts, Dr. Z. We got you covered. All right, Angus, let's go.
All right, let's go.
And then me and Angus get up to go to the food store
okay.
to stock up.
As you two get up, Robert Carlisle comes along and he sits down at the table with you guys.
Professor Carlisle, how are you?
Hello. I just want to ask you a question because I can't be the only one who's seen it, but the whiteboard in one of the labs, it's got some strange words that I do not understand.
Hero saw and
Well,
loser up
interestingly
pain.
enough, I was about to bring that up.
I have been thinking and thinking about it, and it makes no sense.
Not at all.
No sense.
I thought perhaps it was a code, but it does not spell anything.
I was thinking about it myself. Are we still there, or have we already walked to the
I
pantry?
would say
Load up?
Leroy and Hawkins, you've gone off.
Okay.
Well, the H and Z being circled is interesting, and I also we were reading them left to right, as would be most common. But if we look at them top to bottom, hero and up, saw loser pain. Interesting. And then the other side would be zapped hazard arrow, need youth tent. It doesn't seem as informative possibly as the first, but
there is a line down the middle. They're
and the line down the middle.
two parts.
Yeah, that's literally how you found
Right.
it.
I assume they're two different messages.
Yeah, I have no clue. Like everyone's seen it, and no one understands what it means.
And no one knows who put it there.
No, Max said he doesn't even know who would have put it. He doesn't even recognize the handwriting.
Is there any security footage from the time when, from that room or anybody right on that board?
I guess you could ask Mac or go check the security yourself. But just remember, we've got the expedition to go. Well, we've got to go to the anomaly later. So
How soon?
Yeah, well, still.
yeah, we got a couple of hours or so, and then we'll be heading off basically. So just make sure you're all ready, and any extra research you need to do or whatever, just get it done. It's gonna be a long journey.
Well, I had one other point of interest I wanted to bring up besides the whiteboard, which I think is quite fascinating and to be figured out, but also Dr. Emma Watkins, the final thing that occurred, well, the second to final thing that occurred in the autopsy she was performing was her stomach explode, which I'm not precisely sure what they mean by exploded. I would like to see if there is any video of that, but also I would like to know what were her stomach contents or her abdominal contents. Were they normal?
Just a brief note, Vale, I will just say to Johansson, because one thing we didn't bring up, Vale checked the footage in the last session, and there is none for that room. Because there was a security.
What a surprise.
Well, he wouldn't.
Well, also, it was noted.
Yeah, I know he.
What?
I'll just so that Cthulhu Bob knew.
Also, so immediately after that, it said the door just opened. Well, now we've had a door just shut on crushing a man's legs. It's almost like something is glitching within the base itself, causing doors to open and close at random, or more than at random, at particularly on inopportune times.
Carlisle kind of just goes, honestly, I really don't know what's going on. This whole expedition is not going how me and my wife have planned it.
It feels very much like there is some sort of sabotage going on.
Yeah, but who would want to sabotage us? We're not doing anything
Who
Barely
does
any.
not want you to check this anomaly? That is who would sabotage it.
Well, as far as we know, everyone on this expedition and the people at this base and the people at Pyrrha are the only ones who really know about this. So,
Still, some sort of corporate espionage is not out of the question.
sure.
And they're onto something, for they got a lot of security for this mission. So somebody knows something.
Well, if anyone's going to know it, it'll be Patrick, but he's not going to talk to us, is he? About any of his Pyrrha going on. Anyway, Robert just goes, I need to go find my wife and make sure everyone else knows to get ready and stuff. By the way, I will just say Worthington has gone off as well. He kind of followed behind Leroy and Angus. And now Carlisle is going off talking to people. So I'm just going to go over to Angus and Leroy as they go into...
Okay.
So yeah, you...
Sam's with us as well.
Yeah, he's kind of caught up with you. So yeah, he's behind you.
Okay, cool.
He probably taps you on your shoulders.
You want some snacks, Sammy?
When don't I want some snacks?
Okay, fair enough. So, Angus, I need an excuse to pull you aside and chat, because I wanted to tell you about, when we were coming back from the cave yesterday, and when we were at the cave, I saw something.
What?
I saw some of these naked people everyone's talking about. And they're just, they're just walking out there in the snow. They look like normal human beings, just, nothing weird, normal, everything. And they're just walking out there completely in the buff. Don't seem affected by that. I mean, I didn't see them up close, but I don't know. One of them might have been Connor.
Are you sure you didn't get into my stash or something, Leroy? Are you sure you're not?
No, I'm sure I look, ever since me getting sick on the boat, I've been kind of trying to, minimize my intake of substances like that, to keep everything under control. Like last night, I only had half a bottle of rum, so
That's good for you.
Yeah, I'm being good. But yeah, I don't know if I'm quite ready to tell the others, because I mean, I trust them. I know they're good guys and everything, but I don't know. I'm worried they'll think I'm crazy because, I locked Jorgen in a closet and I pistol whipped Patrick and made out with his wife, and I guess I'm not garnering the best reputation around here.
Yeah.
I wish I could back you up on that, man. But yeah, you've been really fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when don't you two fuck up something?
True. Yep. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm good at my job, but, when it comes to just normal day human being stuff, I'm not that great with it.
Well, by now you're in the food. I'll say you're in the food store by now.
Yeah. So I'm just starting to grab like stuff, for the trip. I'm getting some salted cashew nuts for Doc Z.
Unsalted, man. I think he wanted the unsalted.
We'll get both. We'll just get both. So I get a couple of packets of both.
They're in like big bulks, and
sweet.
Pyrrha Industries on them because they're obviously like manufactured.
Do they have the big bucket of the cheese balls things?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's all in bulk, so.
Yeah. So as I'm doing all this, I'm like, hey, Angus, you were scribbling some stuff down on a notepad last night. I noticed you had those words from the whiteboard written up, and you were scribbling some stuff down. What was all that about?
Oh yeah, it's weird, man. The first letter of the first word, hero, right? was circled is an H.
Yeah.
And if you take the first letter of all the words, you can make the phrase help us, HELPUS. Hero, end, loser, pain, up, and saw. So you break it all down, it says help us. But the other side, I tried to do that, and it doesn't quite work the same unless Xanath means something, or Zynath. I don't know.
Can I do like an archaeology or a history roll or something?
Yeah,
See if Zynath means anything to me.
I guess, Angus, you can do a roll of some sort as well,
Yeah.
because you might know if any of that means anything.
I got a... Oh, yeah, he beat me on that. I got a 29, so give it to him.
Almost an extreme. A 12 on 55 on archaeology. The other two would be an extreme Egyptology or ancient history.
Ancient history.
You've kind of heard of something beginning with Z, like a god of something, and you kind of vaguely remember maybe Zynath was this thing that you've heard about, but as far as you're aware, it's just a myth, it's just a legend, it's not real.
So Zynath was like this old thing. It's just a myth, though. But if they're saying help us and Zynath, I have no idea. If they're saying that Zynath is here or came around, but it's definitely help us on the left side.
Well, that's not good, because
No.
do you have any idea who wrote it?
No, they didn't sign it. It's not a Bob Ross painting. It's just some asshole scribbling on a whiteboard.
Sammy just pipes up and just goes, "Well, I guess that's CCTV, right?"
CCTV.
Boom.
Let's go to the. Let's get. We've got snacks. We can go watch a movie. Let's.
Oh heck yeah!
So we're gonna head off to the we're gonna head off to the wherever we can, I guess, watch some CCTV. Should we go and get the others?
Are they still in breakfast or?
I think.
How big is a CCTV room? I mean, there's 6 of us, right?
It's quite big.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna take everybody.
All right, we'll swing by, and pick up the rest of the gents.
I don't know if you want to pick up Jorgen. He's pretty pissed.
That's okay. I've got protection, and I pull out my Bowie knife. I'm covered.
Yeah, he knew it was you right away too. That's great.
I really don't care. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Just don't tell him I throw his Luke the fish off the boat.
Yeah, we probably don't even speak of that anymore.
So if you two are heading back to the group before going to the security, I'll go back to the group quickly just to see if
Sweet.
Okay. So Dr. Z, Napier, Johansson, Palmer.
Yeah. Well, the breakfast was good.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
I told
it's
you guys from. I don't know if I told you guys from yesterday. Remember how Max said that dogs were throwing up and after they ingested something?
Oh yeah.
I checked by the kennel, and I mean, all 3 of the dogs had something like very distinct wrong with them. I know one of them had like a scar across one of their eyes, and another one had a fully black eye, and the other one had white eyes and dried blood coming off of it.
That is very strange.
I know there was blood that we might have did some research on, but I definitely think it's worth looking into.
Can they see?
They saw
Boy, this
me.
is good.
They saw me just fine. I went up to them and they acted normal, but I mean,
You touched them with your bare hands?
well, yeah. I love animals, so.
Okay.
Oh, now how do we know that you have not become the thing?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
We have to do that blood thing now. Tie him up. I'm joking.
Tie him up.
Don't put me in the closet, please.
Thankfully, that was only 2 movies.
Now, if we put you in the closet, you just walk through the hole in the middle.
Well, there's big enough, right?
That's true. He could just turn into liquid and slide underneath.
I am sometimes not very good at puzzles, but I cannot figure out what these letters mean.
Yeah, I've stared at it and stared at it, and nothing makes sense to me, I guess.
Hey, Doc, here's your nuts.
Thank you.
What you looking
We
at there,
got you
Dr. Z?
salted and unsalted. There
I
you go.
don't care for the salted. It's too much sodium. But the cashews, well, good choice.
What you looking at there, Dr. Z?
I was just trying to figure out what this stupid the whiteboard means.
Oh, spoiler alert. Help us, Zynath.
You figured it out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they circled the key. It's the first letter of help. It's H. And then you just take the first letter of each word, and it's help on the left, or help us on the left, and Zynath on the right.
Zynath.
Oh, yeah. It was a myth. He's an
What?
ancient god. It's pretty intense. I don't know a whole lot
Do
about
you know anything about him, Jacob?
Napier, can you do a roll for me?
When I was a little child,
What would you like me to roll? I have folklore, crypto.
Crypto or folklore is fine. Either one of them.
I played this video game called World of Warcraft. And I believe that the queen of the fire elves was named Zynath.
40.
I'm guessing that's not who they're talking about.
It's half. It's a hard.
That's a classic game.
I'm just going
Way
to
back.
send you some info.
I think it's still playing.
Well, anyway, we're thinking we're gonna go over to the CCTV room and see if we can find any videos of whoever might have written that on the whiteboard.
Oh, yeah. See who did it.
Despite the fact that you are an asshole, that is a good idea.
How do you know it's Zenith? Maybe it's Thazin.
That name does sound kind of familiar. So let me just kind of think here for a minute.
Athnes.
I thought for a minute it was Zany Hat, but it's not.
I do have the zany. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. While you go to check the security footage, I will go instead to the computer lab and see what research I can possibly do on this name or variations on those letters.
So that the name's just kind of sticking with me, and I just kind of get up and walk back to my room and kind of go through my stuff to see if I can think of that name at all.
Okay.
Wait, we have computers, don't we? They weren't out.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go.
But I have notes that I brought with me.
Oh, yeah, go check your notes.
I'm just
While
making
he's
sure.
not checking his notes, I will check the computer. Let's watch that CCTV.
Okay,
Which room is the CCTV room in?
It's the comms room. It's what's
I'm sure.
called the
Okay,
comms
so it's
room.
at the other end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet as.
There yesterday. Logging.
So just to clarify, Dr. Z, me, Angus, and David Palmer are going to the comms room to look at CCTV. Dr. Napier has gone back to the bedroom plate where we're all staying, and Jorgen has gone off to the computer lab.
That sounds right to me.
That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the way to the comms room, I say, oh, sorry, I forgot something. I'll be right back. And I run off, and I'm going to meet the guys at the comms room. And then I'm going to message you, Josh, something.
That's cool. There we go.
Where do you run off to?
Very well. So who was going to the comms room?
Everyone but me and
Okay.
Dr. Napier.
Okay, so we'll go. So we'll go to the com. So we'll go to the comms. We'll go. Oh, I can't speak now. We'll go to the comms room people first. We'll go to you four first. Okay.
All right, so the room that this was written on, that's what we got to roll it back to.
Yep. I'll say it's easy to do. So,
Yeah.
Palmer's using, so you get very easily, and yeah, you can see it. And what you notice is there's someone in like a black hoodie,
Of course.
and
Right.
however, you do. Can you do a spot hidden actually? Do a spot
not-
hidden.
Anyone viewing this?
Oh, shit.
Spot hidden from anyone viewing, or
Yeah,
You got
anyone
a
viewing.
normal pass, 55 on 60.
10 hard.
Ooh.
Okay, so Palmer, you've got the keen eyes. Hawkins, you won't notice due to the CCTV is a little bit fuzzy, so it's hard for some reason. The CCTV is quite fuzzy. But Palmer, you notice that this guy has blood on his hands, or Gil, whoever it is, has blood on his hand.
Guys, doesn't this look like? Look closely here. Doesn't it look like there's blood on his hands? Let's rewind just 10 seconds here. Take a look here.
Well, something dark, definitely, but could be oil. I mean, it's CCTV is black and white, isn't it?
It's it like flashes in and out of color and black and white, and
Okay.
it buzzes every.
So it looks red.
Yeah.
Yep, that's blood. With my expertise, I would say type O.
Oh. Oh. Man.
Okay.
Well,
Anything else you're gonna do in the comms room?
did we see him move anywhere else, or was it strictly up to the board? And
Okay, a bit more. He stands there after writing the stuff on the board. He stands there, but what you can tell is the next 4 hours. Just stands there.
Can we find the CCTV and of the previous footage and see if we can follow him back along whatever path he took through the building?
Like maybe fast forward that video so we could see this.
And where he goes, yes, after 4 hours.
Yeah.
Would we be able to say I was back by now?
Yeah, I'll say.
We've been standing here for 3.5 hours watching like paranormal activity.
I'll say that
Hey, guys.
you probably quickly skimmed through it. Like you just fast
Yeah,
forward.
yeah, we did.
Sorry about that. What did I miss?
You missed 4 hours of just standing there. We don't know who it is. You wear a black hoodie.
Do you want to do spot hidden to see if you can like actually like? I'm just gonna spot hidden. Pinpoint like everywhere.
22.
I got a 43 out of. I got just a normal pass.
I got a fail.
Palmer, did you pass?
With a 22.
Okay. Is
Nice.
Doctor? Okay, no. Okay. So Leroy and Palmer, you'll definitely be able to pinpoint. So he left the room. He then went to the dorms, and you can see him watching over some of the sleeping people. There's not many. You just see him staring. He just stands at the end of each of the bed where someone's sleeping in, and he's just staring for a good 10 minutes each. And then he kind of leaves and then walks into the kitchen, and that's where he stays. He literally falls asleep in the kitchen.
Is there any point along the way that, like, is he avoiding the camera every single time? Like he knows where they are?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
avoiding the camera.
Where did he come from before he went into the room with the
He
white points?
just came from he woke up and came from the dorm. So he came out, down.
But
And
can we
then
see what room he came out of?
Yeah, he literally just stayed in the like main sleeping area. That's where he came out of.
So there should be a way we can extrapolate who he was if
Yeah.
we know where people were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a timestamp of this footage?
Yeah.
From going by all the information, this was the day before the incident with the autopsy stuff going wrong. It's the day before, well, the night before. So when he falls asleep in the kitchen, that's the day of the autopsy.
And also, he's got blood on his hands. Can we see through any of this footage if he's touching anything? We might go to that location and try to find a blood sample.
From what you could tell, he seems to be very, very careful. He knows where everything is. He's kind of, when he's leaving doors.
Even opening. Oh, okay, I was going to say, yeah.
He's like.
But the one thing you
very
couldn't
careful.
do, the marker that he used to write on the dry erase board, there'd be blood on the marker.
We should go check the marker.
Unless it was all terrible writing because he had it in his mouth or something. I doubt it, but
you saw him write with a marker.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, we saw him.
I'm gonna jump to Jorgen first, and then I'll go to Napier, then I'll be back. So Jorgen.
Yeah. Well, I would like to basically just do a small algorithm with those first letters of the second grouping, everything starting with Z, and see if I can find any other words or things that look like they might be words besides what Dr. Hawkins came up with.
Okay. So, can you do a roll of do a roll?
Computer use?
Yeah, do a computer use.
Yeah. Computer use. All right. Let's see. Computer use. Well, I forgot to plug it in, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to do anything. Like you're just staring at. You're trying to figure this computer thing out, and you're not doing it very well.
Not coming up with anything other than what he did.
Yeah, you're literally just. You're kind of getting nowhere. So.
All right. Well, I would just head to the comms room with those guys then.
Okay. Oh, so as you go to leave, you notice that the doors are locked.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh shit! Not this again. Ah.
Okay. So yeah, you're yeah, you're locked in there.
I've come up with many
I
different.
suppose I will embarrass myself further by banging on the door and asking for someone to hear me and let me out.
Do a look roll. Do a look roll.
All right. Are these doors electronic by any chance?
They're kind of some they're all different. Like some, not all the doors. Certain areas are different. So some are like swipe keycard doors. Some are just normal push doors. This one needs actual like key cards to get in.
All right. Well, I got an extreme success.
Okay, yeah. You knock. No one comes, but you you remember that you definitely didn't forget your key card. So
Oh,
you just use your key card.
but I probably would not bang on the door if I have a key card for the door.
You could have I only got you to do it because obviously you woke up later than everyone, so you might not have got everything. So
Well,
yeah,
that's true. I did not get a lot of sleep.
So yeah,
and I'm not powered up by Loot Fisk.
So yeah, you just open the door and it's fine. Yeah, there we go. But you probably have a strong
Curtis.
So I'm gonna, as you're going back to the comm room, I'm gonna go to Napier.
Do I know that they all went to the comm room, or did you guys let me know beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys see me come running down the hallway, kind of, that I found something new.
And at that point, Jorgen will have come to the comm room as well. So you kind of just.
So, Dr. Napier, what have you discovered?
I knew that name sounded familiar. That Zynath, Zynath, Zynath. He's a god that betrayed other gods, and the gods were so pissed at him they sent him away before he got even more powerful. And there's something else I have wrote here that says he was capable of causing major destruction. I mean,
that's not good.
I didn't think so either. And there's something else here, but I mean, I can't really read it. Something about modern causing destruction, modern something. I don't know. Sloppy notes, I guess.
What kind of god was he? Was he Egyptian, Greek?
Not Greek.
I will get Napier. You'll know that this is an unconventional god. It's not. This is a god that obviously most people will think is made up, but it's like these cosmic gods that some people make up every so often.
Yeah, it's definitely not Egyptian or Greek or any ancient god, but
it sounds very much like the god of mischief.
It's almost like an alien god.
What was the name again? Zantac?
Zynath. Zynath. Zynath.
It's all a bunch of nonsense.
So it's not some sort of pantheistic god then.
You would think it's nonsense. You would think it's nonsense, but people like me do not think it's nonsense.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, that makes sense.
I am a Christian, so
I completely respect that of you.
But in any case, I don't think that we have anything to fear from an alien god from another planet. I think it's more likely to just be bad people who are here doing bad things.
Or maybe what if this god possessed them to cause destruction?
Well, you see, the reason I am a medical doctor is because we have to have moved away from the idea of people being possessed by demons. And we treat things with medical procedures now. But
yeah, I think Occam's razor would make that more unlikely.
Yeah, I don't think it's far more likely to be some sort of a bad disease.
Yeah.
But you're entitled to your opinion, and I respect that as well.
Yes, sir.
So
and I respect yours as well.
Over the intercom system, over the thing, because everyone has access on the radios now anyway, you just hear, everyone be prepared, we're leaving in about 10, 15 minutes.
All right, I'm going to go put on my parka, and then my sweater, and then my jacket.
In that order?
No, probably the opposite order, but yeah. And my gloves and my mittens and my blanket.
Okay. So is everyone going to leave the comm room and go get in their winter gear for the Antarctic gear?
Yes.
Disappeared.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say you do that without any complications.
Me and Angus are wearing matching ice hockey jerseys over the top of our.
Of course you are. So you get there to like the meeting point. It's just out. You're outside now. All the vehicles are ready. Worthington's there. The Carlyles are there. The Carlyle's assistant Liz is there. You've got Dwayne and Benny there. Coral's there. Chen's there. Kim's there. All the security, not all of them, but the majority of security are there. The only two who aren't are the engineers, but you guys will be informed by now that Esteban wanted to go back with his brother. So him and Ricardo went off.
Now, when you say they went back, like they went back to...
Oh, no, they just went to McMurdo Station so that he can get proper while they're getting... So then then they've got to wait for a proper over him, so they'll have him contained and stuff. So.
Which station are we going to? I forgot. I'm sorry.
You're just going to a it's literally like a small little section. It's still part of the Henderson station. It's just they put it up. It's closer to the anomaly. It's like right next to it.
Gotcha.
How many people to each transport vehicle?
I say I'd say about 8 because they've got.
So we can all be in the same one.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like the snowmobiles. So.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, I just hope there are no compartments in the vehicle with doors, which are big enough to hold a Jorgen.
So yeah, you go on the journey. You have no complications on this. It just seems fine.
We have snacks.
Have snacks. Just seems fine compared to all the crazy stuff that's been happening. This seems very relaxed, this journey. And you keep going and you stop. And whoever's the first one to leave, and then when you all get out, you will see that there's cones and like stuff set up around what seems to be a dip in the ice, which you can probably assume is the sandstone staircase everyone's been talking about. And then beside it is like 3 containers, but they form together to make this little makeshift extra station. But you guys, as what I'm doing, you guys are the first ones to get there. You guys are at the front, so.
I turn around and say to the guys, just to private this group, and they say, keep your gloves on and don't touch anything with your bare skin. I don't care if it's the walls or anything on the station. Don't take it off. Okay?
Yeah. This is very good quarantine sort of procedure. Don't touch anything. Don't even touch another man's wife. I sort of slap you on the shoulder.
Debatable.
Shall we go inside and store our gear, however?
Yeah.
Okay. So who's going to be the first one to enter the station? There's only one door in. It's only a small, who's going to be the first one?
I see no reason not to. I will walk in.
Yeah, I'll be the first.
With my gloves on.
Okay.
Side by side with Dr. Z.
Okay, I'll say Napier and Johansson.
Angus,
You'll go side by side in. So both of you do a spot hidden. And then if you guys fail, then the next 2 could
Very well.
Oh, and Sammy was in your group, so Sammy is behind you as well. So.
Oh, sweet.
That'd be a normal.
I got
success.
the hard.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys enter, you notice that the lights are flickering on and off, and there seems to be on the desks. There's like desks. There's cabinets and everything. This seems to be like where they did research. There's like a little medical section in the corner of this container. And on the desks, there seems to be a few piles of clothes neatly folded with like people's belongings on. Obviously, as the rest of you enter, you'll see this.
Guys, lights are flickering. Clothes on the table folded neatly.
That's how Connor's stuff looked.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
So once again, we have electrical anomalies.
And
And
clothes.
I must have been in the goddamn closet when you had a conversation about folded clothes.
I will say each side, so to the far right, far left, there's doors going into the other two containers. I just point that out.
So it's like a hallway, and then there's two other rooms to the right and left.
It's just this container. As you saw it, you've got this container like this, and then the other two containers go out that way, so it forms like a U. And the doors are just far right, far left.
Hello? Is anyone alive? Any answers?
I'll walk over to the right and open that door just to see if anyone is here
Okay, Tom, you get no.
with my gloves on.
Okay, yeah, Hanson. Can you do a spot hidden as you open that door?
I look over at David and I say, are we really surprised?
Not really.
Regular success.
Okay, you enter. There's a lot of beds in this one. This is clearly where they've been sleeping. But again, the lights are flickering. You notice that some of the beds have blood on the sheets. But there don't seem to be any sign of anyone in this room. Well, in this container.
Turn my head and say, it is an empty barracks, but some of the beds have blood on them. And at this point, I would still be carrying my kit, so I will go swab some of the blood and put that in a sample container, specimen container.
Okay.
Since he went to that other door, I'm going to go to the other one, but I'm going to pull out my knife before I walk in.
Okay, can you do a spot hidden for me?
That is a hard pass.
Okay,
25.
so if you enter, the lights seem to be staying off longer when you enter, and the first bit seems like a dry store for their food here and other equipment, and it's got other equipment in here. The equipment's closer to the door, the dry food, and that's the other end. And then there seems to be a freezer at the end. But before you can even notice that, there seems to be someone in the right corner, nearer to the freezer, and you could just see someone like going back and forth.
Are you okay? I'm going to call out to him.
He's like, who's there? Is it one of them? Stay away from me.
One of them? My name is Dr. Jacob Napier. I'm from the Henderson station.
Oh my God, you arrived. I'm Dr. Javier Colon.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Cologne.
Holy shit. Sorry, I've kind of just been held up. He kind of walks out, and as he walks out, his clothes are torn, and he's got like a cut on his right cheek. He's got like short black hair, and he's got a long black beard, and he's kind of just, it's like, I'm glad it's finally normal people. I thought it might have been them.
No, it's not. Who is them?
The people who kept trying to recruit us all these weeks. Told us they had a civilization out here. It's clearly not real. They're clearly crazy, probably from another base.
These crazy people, they wouldn't happen to be naked, would they?
Honestly, I don't know. I never actually saw one of them. They spoke from the other side. I didn't want any contact with them. There's been a lot of crazy shit happening.
Does this like bring anything in my head that I can?
No. This
No.
This is.
Well, there's a group of us here now, Doctor, and you're safe for now.
Hey, Dr. Z, looks like this guy's got a cut on his face. You think you can help him out?
Yeah, well, let's take a look at that. Dr. Cologne, what kind of a doctor are you?
A bit of everything. Mainly biology. And I used to do a lot. I used to be a surgeon for a while. Then I moved to biology.
From surgery to biology. That's just
Yes.
a interesting backward movement. Let me look at you. I've got quite a bit of surgery.
I go real close.
And I'll have come out into the main room now.
But I'm gloved up.
I will say by now, all of you will hear the other vehicles coming and people getting out. So.
What, Dr. Cologne? Can you tell me what has happened here?
Honestly, we came here after the incident. We got some of the staff back at the base to get rid of the bodies, and we came here to clear our heads after the incident and see if we could get to the bottom of it. But then we started getting knocks on the door. And I can't even... They kept leaving. The staff kept leaving. After each knock and every time these people spoke, it enticed them to go. They just stripped off their clothes, put their belongings on top, and left.
Were they speaking English?
Yes, clear English.
What did they say?
They were just like, come join us. We have a safe community. We will look after you.
And you never seen these people? You just heard them?
I never seen them at all. Obviously, some of my staff did say they were seeing naked people out in the ice. Obviously, we reported that.
Yes, we got reports of that as well.
There aren't any security cameras outside, are there?
No. Not here. We don't have any here. This was kind of a quick.
When you say the incident, I assume you mean the autopsy.
The incident, yes. I do not refer to it as an autopsy anymore. Not that.
Well, all right.
It was horrible. You could kind of see every time he's talking, he looks terrified. Like he's kind of trusting you guys because he was expecting people like you eventually. So, but
yeah. If he allows me to approach, I will hold out my hand to him and say, I am Jorgen Johansson, biologist, and try to lead him into the main, to the pod we first came into and get him.
He's getting patched up by Dr. Z.
Dr. Z stood there like.
Yeah, I've looked at the car. It's just superficial, just a scratch.
It's quite deep. It won't leave a permanent scar.
How did you scratch your face like this?
The fucking dogs, man.
Oh, you're having trouble with the dogs as well.
Yeah, well, not the 3 at base. We had 5 altogether. We brought 2 with us here, and they just went crazy after one of I think Hernandez or whatever his name was. I don't remember. Some of the staff I don't even remember. I wish I remembered them. They were my staff. I should should be able to remember all their names.
I would like to do a quick medical assessment, look in his eyes and his mouth, see if he's on some sort of drug or
Yeah, you can do
something
them.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed with a hard.
He does.
Did you say there was other buildings, or is it just this one?
It's just this U-shaped building.
The,
But,
the 2 rooms that we've went in, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right. Should we
So-
check the freezer?
Dr. Z, you see that his pupils are are very
Dilate.
wide and
Okay. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he doesn't seem to be. He's not erratic. He just looks terrified in his face.
Have you recently taken any medication or
No, not at
do you
all.
drink alcohol?
I'm dry, man. I've been dry for 6 years.
Well,
Dr. Curtis, I will happily open the freezer door for you, and then you may go in first.
So before I just continue with Tom, who's going to the freezer, and then I'll come back to Tom, then come to the freezer.
Well, it was Jacob's idea. Yep.
Since I saw the freezer initially, I will go along
Okay.
with Leroy and Jorgen. Or if Jorgen's not even going. So.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I might as well. As long as Dr. Curtis steps inside.
I'm looking for something to something to drink or to eat to give Dr. Cologne, because he looks like he hasn't had anything to drink or eat in a while.
Yeah, I'd say you pass it to it. You get food, bring it to him. But I'm just going to quickly finish off with Tom very quickly. So you because he's definitely something's wrong with him. It's from what you can tell, could be stress related or
so
something.
it's more
like that.
psychological than physiological.
Yeah.
I am right next to Dr. Z and the patient.
Okay.
Well,
you-
yeah, I'm more than happy to walk into the freezer first.
Okay.
That's
Right,
fine. I'll be
so-
right behind you.
I'll go to the freezer, people.
Okay.
Knife out.
Right. Right. So yeah,
Right.
Leroy, can you do
Well,
a nice
being
spot-
Norwegian, I'm used to the cold, so I will open it.
Oh, we're already in.
Yeah.
We've gone. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
14.
I didn't realize
Which
you were
is-
inside.
14. So that is a hard pass. I'm sorry, extreme pass on spot hidden.
Okay, if you go in, it looks fine until you get to. It's quite a long free. It goes back quite a bit. But when you get to the back, there seems to be like blood. Obviously, it's kind of frozen over now, but seems to be like should have been blood. And it also there seems to be like an arm, a human arm, just on the roof. It's like hanging down. But obviously, it's gone to drop, but it's kind of frozen in place.
Yeah, but there's just the arm. There's nothing else attached.
Yeah, just the arm. And when you notice that arm, you notice another arm, and you notice a leg, and another leg, and a torso, and then a head, all on this
Do I
roof.
know-
And they're all
Do I know
just
that he-
suspended from the ceiling.
Yeah, suspended, frozen.
Is it just Leroy
Do I
seeing this, or is Jorgen and me seeing it as well?
You and once Leroy has seen it, you two will have probably noticed it as well. 'Cause
Do I recognize the head? Like, do I recognize the person?
it's a male. It's male. You don't recognize them, but it's definitely male.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well,
What in the world is going on?
Is there any like Is
Is
there anything
there any
else?
sort?
Pardon? What did he say, Curtis or Johansson?
Is there any thing else? So I've just walked in. I've seen the stuff hanging, and I can see some dried blood. Is that all? I'm just saying. Is there? Do I need to kind of search more? Is there potential that someone could be hide? Is there a place for someone to hide in here?
There's barely anything in here. You can see everything, so you don't need to do anything more. However, body is partially clothed. Some of the clothing is on them, not all of it. And can all three of you do sanity rolls?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Knew this would happen. That's a pass.
What did Johansson get?
I fail.
Okay, so Curtis and Napier just take 1. Johansson, do a D4 for me.
Ooh.
Ah, crap.
So what have you found in the freezer? I see.
Yeah.
He's coming after him.
Yeah.
If anyone walks in,
Nothing good.
This had better be some sort of elaborate practical joke at this point.
Is there lights in here? I'm assuming.
Afraid not.
Flickering lights too in here, or no?
no, it's the light is on in here. It's not just freezer.
Is Angus with us, or is? Okay, well, I'm if I see Angus is in here, I'm worried about him. So because if I can't see him, I'm gonna go find him.
Dr. Z, did you enter?
I did, and I just rolled a 92 on my sanity.
Well, rip.
So what is my sanity loss?
Oh, gee.
No.
Give a frenzy doctor.
I can check out.
Do a D6 for me. I'm feeling
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Remember, I'm a doctor. I've seen body parts before. I have one back at the other place in my room.
Yeah.
I took 5 damage.
Oh, time for the cards.
Time to go home.
Oh,
you know what? I don't have them unpacked yet.
maybe being a doctor, I'll give you -1 to it. So.
All right.
So just 4.
I failed as well.
What did you get? What fail specific?
I have a 42 and I rolled a 75. I am ex-military and I've gone through several operations, so maybe a tiny, I don't know.
Yeah, I gave Dr. Z D6 because 90s, so just take a D4.
D4. 4.
So Jorgen, Dr. Z, and David Palmer both lost 4, and then me and Napier, we lost 1. Okay.
Yep.
Hawkins, where exactly did you go?
Hawkins lost nothing.
I've been going through everybody's shit out here. All these desks that had the stacks of clothes, all their pockets. I'm going through any drawers that are unlocked and looking for any kind of journals, notes, or anything else.
While wearing gloves, right?
Everything's gloved up.
Yeah.
I would say you don't find any notes per se. You find their wallets. You have their identities and stuff like that. But you don't find anything of use here. Not anything that can really help you know what really happened here. But as Dr. Z and Palmer walked into the freezer, Javier will have followed, and Javier literally just goes, I didn't want you guys to see that. That is my dear friend, Dr. Wright. Not Dr. Wright, Mr. Wright, sorry.
What happened to him?
We found him like this.
In this room?
Yep, in here. He went to go get something from the freezer. 5 minutes later, we heard something going on. We walked in here, and he was literally like this.
Well, what did you hear?
We heard things falling over and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
But then when we got in there, nothing
Is
was.
there any sort of medical examination facility in this little mini station, or?
Yes, there's just like a small little like medical bay. It's just got like a table and basic stuff. It's not anything high tech here.
So,
It's kind of-
Dr.
So
Cole,
we really,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's some makeshift building.
we really
that
would
they-
be.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah,
Go ahead, Dr. Z.
I don't-
I forgot what I was going to say.
I just wanted to say then we would not really be able to do any sort of analysis.
Well, you have some equipment.
I brought my own equipment, yeah.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm thinking, is Dr. Cologne the only person left alive?
As far as you're aware, yeah, he's the only one here who's actually alive. He doesn't know what happened to his crew. All he knows is they went off with some crazy people, as he'll put it.
Well, I lean over to David and I'm saying, he's our prime suspect then because he's the only one left alive.
By the way, by now, security would have come in. And a few of the other people would have come in. And they might have spoken to Javier before he entered the freezer after you two. So security come up to the one of the security officers comes up the freezer and says, "Anyone in the freezer, get out right now. We need to lock it up."
Yes, you don't want the dead bodies getting out.
Would it be plausible for me to have, when I left the freezer to go look for Angus, I found him and he was fine. To have gone outside, would it have been possible for me to have climbed up onto the roof?
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, it's like a flat roof because they're like
Yeah. So I want to climb up on there and assemble my rifle with the scope, and I want to just look across, just like the surrounding area, and see if I can see anything out of the ordinary or see any people.
Yeah,
because I know the doc would love. Yeah. I know the doc would love a specimen of one of these naked people.
Can you do a spot hidden? Because it's not difficult to get on.
Yeah.
There's like a ladder up there anyway. So
I would just like a picture. I have never seen a naked person before. Oh, wait,
I got a hard pass on spot hidden.
You see nothing in the distance, nothing at all.
Okay. Cool. I pack it back up, put it back in its case, lock it up.
Okay. So by now, all the expedition staff will be in this little makeshift place now.
Now I'm just sitting on the roof, legs perched over the side.
Dr. Cologne, so what can you tell us about the anomaly? What is down in the ice that you found?
Well, we didn't actually get the chance to look at it. We just found when we dug in. We went down there. We found the John Doe, or what? We can't explain it. How did he end up down there? No one had been down here before us. Took us ages to get in it. And then we brought him up and then the incident happened.
All right. It would seem to me that if we take all of the evidence and we put it together, and even the anecdotal evidence, that we are possibly dealing with a civilization of naked people that live here in Antarctica under the ice, perhaps in a city under the ice, and that it is their interaction that has frightened and driven people to do very strange things. I can't think of, it doesn't seem like a disease. I would have said it was all hallucination, but Everybody seems to be taking off their clothes and going out there into the snow.
It's crazy, man. I just don't believe in that shit. So they didn't get to me very easily. I think everyone just lost hope, and they just gave up and went with them.
Well, I don't see any reason why we should make this a permanent stay here. There's nothing here but dead people and Dr. Cologne.
Well, there was the door, but we never got the chance to open it.
The door.
What door?
What
Down
door?
the staircase, there's the door. We were going to drill through it, but we found the body. The drill is still down there, unless...
I think that it is time that we went and saw whatever it is that brought us all the way to Antarctica.
I ain't going back down there. I will stay here. Not going back down.
We understand that you want to stay here after all you've been through.
I will just say, don't make sure you got protective gear on.
Well, yes, we'll have protective gear. I walk over and I say to one of the security guards, I say, be careful of Dr. Cologne. I think that he is more involved in this than he appears. Don't let him out of your sight. He could be extremely dangerous.
Okay, you've actually just been speaking to Kane, who is the head of security.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, well, I'll make sure everyone. Obviously, I'm gonna come down with you guys, so I'll make sure.
Well, then make sure your men do it. This is the only man left alive in a cannibal festival. It looks.
I know, and he seems like he could. I don't know. He could do something dodgy. So,
Did you ever watch Silence of the Lambs? Dr. Hannibal Lecter is a very charming man until he has a little Chianti, and then he loses all control and eats your brains.
Yes, we don't want that happening.
How
Before leaving,
is there
oh, go ahead.
is there a dog team here? Are there 3 dogs somewhere in a kennel?
No. What Javier would have told you is that they went as well. After one of them clawed him, they ran off.
So the dogs have left. There are no dogs.
Yeah, the 2 dogs left. So there are 2 dogs out there as well somewhere.
Well, I think we should all be armed as well.
Okay.
Well, I personally do not own any weapons.
I don't either.
My spare is back at base.
Kane goes, I could possibly give you a handgun. Do you know how to use them?
You point them and you pull the trigger? Hopefully not.
That's about what I know.
I guess as long as Palmer's keeping an eye on you, I don't see any harm in it. So you just go into the back of one of the trucks and there's some weapons in there.
Before exiting the freezer with Dr. Z to go to the back of the truck, I take good pictures with my cell phone of the wound marks on the body parts in the freezer.
Yeah.
That might be helpful to study later, and if they end up going missing, I want to see them.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's fine. What I'll say now is Robert Carlyle calls all of you to come into the center, so where the main door to this is. He calls everyone.
Okay.
Right. Well, we weren't expecting to find this place like this. It's a shame, but we came here to do one thing. We need to get it done as quickly as possible so we can leave. We can always make trips back and forth if we need to do further examination.
It's more than a shame. This is
Very well.
catastrophe here. This is a mass crime scene.
Just don't. What is going on with this expedition? Right. So, going down there in the first team, I want Dr. Z. I want Johansson. I want Curtis. I want Hawkins. I want Napier. Palmer, you're with Dr. Z anyway. I want Dwayne and Benny down there. And Coral, you're going down there too. Kim and Chen, you're going to stay up here with me and Olivia. Sam, you'll go down with them. And we will come down in a bit later. We'll continue here, doing a little bit of searching here.
All right.
If we're still here in 24 hours, Patrick and Naz said they will be coming along then. So
I lean over and whisper to Angus, like lambs to the slaughter.
okay, so if you get ready, Sam will be leading you guys down there. You've got Kane with you. You've got Palmer. You've also got Doug and Felix Calloway. They are part of the security.
Who picked who's going down? Who made that call? Who made that decision?
I did. Robert. Well, me and my wife and Sam. Sam volunteered to go down first.
Are you coming with us first?
I will be staying. I'll be coming down later after we finished here.
Quite strange. All the expeditions I've gone on, all the people that are organizing it and funding it, they want to be the first person in. They want to be the first person to see what's good.
That's why we're sending Sam down here, but I can't really. Someone needs to stay up here and check this place out. It's kind of my duty as head to make sure everything's okay here.
All right.
I guess if Olivia wanted to, she would go down with you guys. So.
Well, maybe Jorgen can stay up here and keep an eye on you guys, and he'd probably be a bit worried about me locking him behind the door anyway. So
That's a reasonable concern.
So are all of you okay with going down, or are you actually gonna stay up here with them?
I'll go down with him as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But I will not go first.
Sam's going first.
Dr. Z, are you getting a sidearm?
I don't really like weapons, but I will carry one. I think I can point it and pull the trigger. If we are attacked by naked snow people, I'll just use my fists.
So if you guys start to head to the stone staircase, Olivia Carlisle decides to actually join you guys. So she comes, stands with Sam. So the only people you are aware who are staying behind is Liz, who is the Carlisle's assistant, Robert Carlisle, and then Kim, Dr. Kim Lee, and Dr. Chenbrew. They're staying behind. Everyone else, other than obviously the Pyrrha, because they're not there, are coming along, except from the side security crew, because they'll be staying with, keeping an eye on this up here.
Right.
So, yeah.
As we go, I'm giving Dr. Z a crash course in safety, loading, reloading.
I see. And this is the safety button here. You point it, and you pull the trigger. Okay.
Okay.
Learning already.
Bam.
So I'm just going to assume you'll have got things together and head to the sandstone staircase.
Yep.
So as you go down, going by how the staircase is, you'll be going down in two. So Olivia and Sam are the first two going down. So as you go down, it kind of leads to like a small room. So some people stay on the stairs for a little bit, and you could see where the body was, due to there still being a little bit of bone and stuff around there, like bone fragments. But that's peculiar because obviously you knew that the body was fully, like it seemed like he hadn't been down there very long. So there is like some bones, and there's like a marker where his body was anyway. And then there's this like sand, it's all made out of sandstone. And then there's this giant sandstone door.
Is there any writing on the walls as we go down along the staircase?
It's just, again, there's hieroglyphs, but it's just random gibberish, like just random words. Nothing that makes sense.
Okay, so the way up and down, that's where we've entered?
No, you've entrance from the ice is where you are. So you see there's like
okay, all right.
So where that way up down bit is, that's actually obviously that's still there technically. That goes to the other layers down, but you will have. So basically, where the way up and down is, if we go up a level to the ice level, that's where the staircase would start, and then it would go down all the way to the entrance. So you come out just about line.
Okay, cool. I'm with you. So the door, I'm guessing, is that one that is leading to what says first chamber?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the drill is there. From what it looks like, they did start drilling through.
They've started the drilling. Okay.
They started drilling.
Does it look damaged, or does it just look abandoned?
It just looks abandoned. It doesn't seem like anyone else has been down here.
Is the door open at all? Like, has someone opened it and it's like, the seal's broken?
It doesn't seem like it. It just they have made like a little bit of progress. So some of it has like chipped away. So you can see there is a room the other side. But it doesn't seem like a conventional door that you can open or pull along or just push in.
Could I do an archaeology roll?
Yeah, you could do an archaeology.
I'm just trying to ascertain if it looks like, because from what you're describing, it kind of sounds like it's less of a door in and more of a door to keep something from getting out.
Yeah, if you do an archaeology roll.
6.
Okay, so yeah, from your experience, this kind of door tends to be one way. But obviously, there must be a way to open it from that side. And also, sometimes from your experience, there is like usually a secret panel or something that can open it from the other side if people need to get in. But the normal way.
But what I'm ascertaining is that this door isn't meant to open from this end. It's meant to open.
It's meant to open from the other side.
Okay, so I'm going to relay that to are we? So listen, folks. This door here, it's not made to open from this side. It's made to open from that side.
So it's designed to keep people from our side from going in.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I
would doubt it would be a tomb, because there'd be no one. If it was a tomb, there'd be no one on the other side to be able to let anyone in.
Well, maybe that's the idea, that once the door is closed, grave robbers can't get in.
Yeah, you can, Angus.
I know this is for an archaeological perspective, this is not where we want to go. But I have been trained. Am I cleared, Keeper?
Oh yeah, you can. I was just doing that to Angus for a second.
I'm a trained demolitions expert, and I have explosives that could probably put a significant dent in this.
You have them on you.
I have some.
Ah,
Why don't we just use the drill?
Okay, so now I'm gonna go to what Angus rolled for. So, Angus, what I could assume is while they're like discussing, you'll have been like scanning the area, and where the marker for the body is, there seems to be like where it was. There seems to be like a small sandstone block that's a bit loose on the floor there.
Mm.
And when you slide it, there is kind of like a small lever, just a very tiny lever. But it's like just
It's a little.
yeah.
I've
Just
got a lot of experience with a very tiny lever.
obviously, it's more it's more of a switch, but you know.
I'll go with lever.
We'll go with lever because I said lever first, so we'll go with okay.
I just
Okay.
Give it a
Yeah. As you do that, the rest of you are all discussing obviously what to do about the dynamite, and then all of a sudden it just falls downwards. Like down.
So the door just drops down.
Yeah, it drops down.
To the floor.
well, that was unexpected.
it was.
I slowly turned back around to Angus, and I'm like, "What did you do?"
What
was a
is
button.
on the other side?
So
That could have been booby trapped, Angus.
straight away, I could because you'll see as soon as I open it, it's wider than what it shows on that map. It's so what you see is the walls go off like that, and there are two doors here. Well, two more similar doors to that, but they seem a little bit more simpler. They have like there seems to be like something that's out a bit that you can press in. But also in this room, there seems to be more of these sandstone pillars going up.
Okay.
But from what you can gather from the roof is obviously normally the bottom of the pillar is a bit wider, but that seems to be on the roof. And the smaller bit seems to be that would usually be on the roof is on the floor. So it seems to be upside down to you, basically. The pillars that are going along.
And all of the floor, the walls, the ceiling, the pillar, it's all sandstone.
Yeah, it's all sandstone. Everything's sandstone.
That's weird.
There's nothing else. In this
Well,
room. As far as you could tell, there's nothing else in this room.
I walk in. I would like to look around the entrance and also the first chamber just to see if there are any bones or any evidence of organic material, blood or tissue or anything like that.
Can you just do a spot hidden around? Can you just do like a spot hidden to see if you see anything? But while you're doing
All
that,
right.
Olivia and Sammy pipe up and like, right? Oh my God, Olivia just goes, we're in the chamber now. Everyone's set up in this main chamber. We'll use this as the main base. Everyone's set up and we'll explore the rest of it.
I got a regular pass.
Yeah, you don't see any like there's no bones or anything anything unusual that you'd be able to take as a sample. It all seems pristine in here, to be honest. The sandstone.
Is there any other doors or entrances or anything?
Yeah, there's the two doors on the right and the left that you see it, but they're not looking like they're upside down. They seem like they're the right way up. And
Okay, and
there's like a little bit of a stone coming out that seems to be able you could press in, almost.
right. Yeah. So I'm going to be checking the doors and seeing if there's any sign of maybe some booby trap system or something like that. If we try and open it, like it's going to stick out some spikes or
Okay, I'd say you could do an archaeology roll for that because
Yeah.
you like it's kind of in your job description.
34, which is a hard pass.
Check it both from glances. It doesn't seem like these were meant to keep people like. People seem to be able to be freely able. There doesn't seem to be like any traps.
Once they're in this section, they're kind of okay. All right, okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go take a look at another chamber. Does anyone want to come with?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, why not? Let's just Leroy Curtis.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow around. I'm curious.
Okay, so which way are you all gonna go? Like, everyone else is kind of setting up, and
I was planning on going to the third chamber.
Yep.
I'll go with you guys.
So the one to the
third
left?
chamber.
Yeah.
okay. So as you guys enter, like you press, from what you gather, you just press the button in, door slides down again, and you enter, and there's pillars, the upside down pillars again, and there seems to be pristine cabinets with like priceless looking treasure and jewelry and stuff like that. And there
Don't
seems
touch
to be
it.
pots, like big massive vases and stuff like that all around.
Aye, a treasure chamber. Excellent.
Yeah, Angus. This Egyptian, you reckon?
Let me take a closer look.
I walk over and put one arm on Leroy, and I say, "It's the reason why Piran wants this place."
Yeah, maybe.
The rich want more money.
56 on 75 for Egyptology.
Yeah, there is signs about of Egyptian, because obviously you see Egyptian hieroglyphics around, and some of the stuff that you're seeing here seems very Egyptian. However, there does seem to be other cultures. There seems to be a bit of Greek in here as well. And
Do I find anything with Greek writing on it?
yes, like some of the vases have like Greek writing, but it's all just like the Egyptian stuff. It's all gibberish. Like it just doesn't form a sentence. There we go. That's what I'm trying to get. Doesn't form a sentence.
Does the art that sort of surrounds the Egyptian and the Greek kind of match, or are they like taken from different cultures and scattered about?
I may be able to help with that.
They seem kind of similar from the get. Just by quick glance, they seem similar. They're like little pictures and stuff.
I actually had to look up what philology was, and it would have probably fit with
Stamp collecting?
No, it's
not.
It's basically the interrelationship between two languages.
Ah.
Yeah. I knew I gave that to someone. I forgot who I gave it to.
Yeah, I had no clue what it was, so I just Googled it about 10 minutes ago. I was like, oh, but I failed the roll, so I can't help you right now.
I'm going to do an architecture roll to see why potentially these pillars are upside down and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. Do that.
28, which is a hard pass.
Well, okay. Well, going by, because you've looked at the roofs. Going by the roof, it seems very wide, and it seems like that's the floor, not the roof. It seems like you're on the roof, not the roof. Like, basically, where you're stood, this should be the roof.
We're in an upside down world.
Yeah, this should be flipped. So
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work. It probably won't, but I'm just gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna climb one of the pillars
okay.
Well, how
and
big are
see.
they?
They're quite big. They're quite big.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and climb one of the pillars to see if I can get a better look at maybe some of the markings up the top and see if I can see if there's anything weird about the floor or like.
Do you want to do a climb roll for me?
Yeah, sure. I got a 51, which is just a standard pass.
Okay, yeah. You climb up fine. But when you took the roof, you start to move slightly.
This is not what I wanted to happen. I know it's going to happen.
When you kind of move, you realize that they're upside down now.
And I can put my weight on the roof, but on the floor basically. So
And now you realize that there's doors here as well, but because of the perspective where you are, they weren't showing. But now you're here, you can see there's doors there as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand on the floor.
I would say, yes, definite sand rolls going around.
No, I'm gonna stand on the floor and then go, "Hey, guys!"
What are you doing?
Leroy, come down from there right now. You are not a bat.
And then I'm gonna take I'm assuming because I got my kit with me and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a rope off, tie it around one of the pillars, and then drop it down. And then I'm gonna drop down like a proper climbing kind of thing, so that those who maybe aren't as good at climbing can try and kind of maneuver themselves up a bit. But I'm like, Angus, you come up first and help me up here.
All right. I hope you got this thing really roped off because I can't climb for shit. You know that.
I got you. I got you.
All right.
What do we take if we fail the sand roll?
Oh yeah.
You do sand rolls. Do I have to do?
Yeah.
Good. Pass.
12. I'm all good. I'm too excited. The adrenaline of this discovery is like. Oh.
Okay. If you pass, don't take any. If you fail, just a D4.
21.
Jorgen is not liking this much.
Okay, so you've lowered the rope, and the rope does just drop down normally for them. For you, it struggles a little bit, but then it does drop down.
Yeah, I have to push it.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah.
Before we go up, shouldn't you try coming down first to make sure it is a safe extraction before we all get into perhaps more trouble?
So you want me to climb down and then climb back up?
I'm just saying, this is highly unusual. I think we all can agree.
And I sort of just grumble, and I'm just like, I'm a fucking asshole. And then I sort of do a handstand against the pillar and then start climbing myself up backwards. And then I work out at what point that the weight stops so that I'm actually, do you know what I mean, climbing down.
Yeah, do a climb for me. Just do another climb for me.
It is some sort of gravitational anomaly.
38.
That's why they're calling it an anomaly.
Which is just a normal pass.
We got quite a few anomalies. Electrical.
You get down there fine, Lever. You get down there perfectly.
Psychological.
He's fine, guys. It's a little weird. There'll be a certain way up. You kind of realize that the weight shifts, and your
stomach will feel weird when your stomach would have felt a bit weird when you shifted.
Yeah. You can feel the shift, but it's all it is. And then luckily it's not that it's closer to that end so that all you have to do is kind of just roll off and you'll hit the ground, and it's a safe distance to drop. No issue. But yeah, let me climb back up and so I can help people from the other end.
Dr. Napier, if we could figure out how they are altering gravity, we could make millions of dollars.
I completely agree.
Bazillions
Millions
of dollars.
Billions. By now, Sammy would have Sammy has come in and he's just like, what the hell?
Hey, Sammy.
Right. Okay, this place is a lot weirder than I thought.
Hey, is Coral there?
Yeah, she's there. I'll shout her. Coral, come in here. Everyone, he calls everyone to come and have a look.
Yeah.
Have
And then
already
everyone-
climbed up. Am I upside down now?
Yeah, can you roll a climb to see if you go up there? Fine.
Does he get a bonus dice since I'm helping him with the
Yeah.
climbing equipment? Yeah.
I can help from the other side. I'm a pretty good climber. I can like secure the ropes on our side.
Yeah.
Climb.
I am a terrible climber, and I'm not very strong.
I failed. 32 on 20.
Yeah, you can't seem to get a good grip, so you're just like.
I'm a feeble man, Leroy. Help me up.
But yeah,
Okay.
Coral and all of them are in here, and Sammy just does quickly go, Olivia, I'm gonna go get Robert because I think he might want to see this. So he runs
We get
off.
like a rope ladder or something to make it easier.
Yeah, we could make a.
Can't we? The way we've got it, if we put them in the harness and then David sort of pulls, or we get people pulling, that'll just bring them up. And then when they get to the other end, they just sort of maneuver themselves around the pillar so that they're the right way up.
I like that.
It'll take time, but it doesn't mean people can fail on the climb.
Yeah, and it's just the two people doing it to do strength rolls as well.
Well, exactly.
I think
And then once there's more people on either end, they can help. It's not just one person pulling. Because now me and Angus are up
I'm
the
wrapped
top.
up. I'm wrapped up in this rope right now. I'm just dangling because I failed my climb roll. And I'm hoping Kim doesn't come down here and see me dangling up here because I kind of got
All right,
a
shit.
reputation.
I'm going to go get Angus.
Okay, just do a strength roll to see if you can.
Okay.
Because you
Hoist
I
him
would
towards
say
me.
between you and
Oh,
Palmer,
I got a
you would say
9. I got a 9.
Yeah,
which
you
is
just you get him.
Yes.
there.
yank it.
Angus,
So,
you're only 2 feet off the ground.
It looks higher from my head.
You can open your eyes.
So Dr. Z and Napier, what are you two doing? Are you guys
Well, I'm
going
very curious to have this experience, but I have very little strength. I'm only 45 on strength.
Well, you won't need to.
No, you would. No, it's me and
Curtis and
Dave
Palmer who need to do strength.
Well, okay.
But we'll drop the harness back down.
What's the distance between the floor and the other floor?
So, fuck. Don't actually. You know, like a normal standard roof. It's like twice the standard roof.
Like 12 feet.
Well, now I feel
Are
like
you
a
living in a
dipshit.
cave?
It better be more than 12 feet because I just freaked out over a rope climb.
Okay, it's probably big. It's like I'm
20
trying to
feet.
figure out how big.
8 feet plus
It's-
the floor is about.
Just give it to us in meters.
No, it's probably. Okay, I've got
15 feet.
a better way. It's
Stories is
It's about 2. It's about 2 or 3 stories, maybe 2.5 stories.
Say 30
That's
feet,
better.
25, 30 feet.
30 feet.
Enough to
2
definitely
meters.
break a leg in a fall.
That's the easiest.
And at what feet does the switch happen?
Quite like only a few feet away from getting there. So it only
Okay,
happens-
so like 6 feet from the end. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
So, is anyone going
Who's
up?
next?
Or is anyone else going up? Or is it just Hawkins and Leroy?
No, I'm going up.
Okay.
All right, let's get.
I was
Dr.
briefly stunned by the strangeness, but I will climb with them.
Palmer and Curtis, can you...
I'm going to stay down here.
Certainly.
Yeah. All right.
mate.
I got a 25, which is a hard pass.
Okay, you're pulling fine on your end.
I've got a 49, which is a standard pass on my end.
Yeah, you get up fine, Dr. C. And I'll count it to Johansson as well, so then we don't have to keep doing all these rolls.
Oh, I'm back. I have returned.
Yeah, you said you were going to go up as well, so.
Yeah.
So you and Dr. Z, you feel a slight shift, like your body kind of kills a little bit, but then it almost like you're throwing up, but you don't. It just...
Not
Does this cause a further sanity check?
No, I'd say
No,
you're
you
fine.
kind of prepared for it.
Very good.
Are you coming up, Palmer?
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
you just do a standard climb.
So Napier, are you staying down there? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
I let everyone else know if there's something that you want me to take a look at or anything like that. Just let me know.
Go check out the other chamber.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
'cause-
to. Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Then Napier can follow you guys along because it's the same like door structure in there.
Can I?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't go into like a separate room. Like it's literally the ceiling, right? Or the
Yeah,
floor.
they are on. Yeah, and there's actually doors on their end as well, so they go into the same rooms. and
Okay.
stuff.
I just will say, if you guys need me to come up there or down there, just let me know and I'll take a look at whatever you need. But
Okay,
I'm going to the other chamber. I'm going to second chamber.
Yeah, we'll follow them along to the other chamber from the other.
Tom, what is that? Yeah, is that true? 20% Sam roll per episode.
Yeah, per episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's per episode.
So yeah, Johansson.
So what is, and that becomes a temporary.
Temporary.
Yeah.
That
Temporary
would be indefinite.
That's when GM starts to be able to tell you things like,
Oh, it's an indefinite
Well,
insanity.
it's 5 or more,
It's an
right?
indefinite, yeah.
Well, I
No,
can
5
tell
or more is temporary. 20% within
The one
normally
period
an hour,
is,
but 20%
yeah,
here
about
per
a madness or
episode is
something.
indefinite.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I
Well,
get- I get-
so have you lost 20% now, Jorgen?
No, but if we have one more sand check, I probably will.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure we do.
There's
Thank you very
probably a
much.
closet up there to lock him in, right?
yeah.
So, yeah. So what are you? The people on the roof. What are you guys doing?
We're following along Jacob
follow-
from the top. Yeah.
So are you?
Can we walk above the other where everybody is down and set up the like they've set up their?
Yeah. Once you open the door, because you've got that door, and then you just
Yeah, walk
Yeah.
through.
once you're upside down or whatever you want to say, that you notice there's doors on the roof / floor.
Right. And do the people that are in that main chamber that had all come down to set up their base of operation, do they see us walking?
Yeah, they'll see you. They've all had a look anyway because
Okay.
Sam called them in to show them Leroy. So.
I really just wanted to throw
So,
some shit out. in your-
Coral. Hey, Coral.
She's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Are you saying that that the roof has separate doors than the floor?
Yeah, but they lead to the same room, so you're now following it along from your perspective.
very strange.
So what chamber are you going to? Are you going to the second chamber? So yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I would say you get to the second chamber fine. You curve around the top, and
So hang on, if someone jumped really high on the floor,
yeah, you don't want to jump too high.
You might fall if you're on this because it's only
Small jumps, you're fine.
you'll get jumped.
the anomaly is.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Let's find out what is in this chamber.
Okay, so as you all get into the second chamber, can you all do spot hiddens for me?
All right.
Ha!
Ha! I got a 0.
Oh, me too.
Ooh.
That's weird.
Mm.
I'm looking at the top of Coral's head.
I got the regular
I'm looking down at
pass.
top. I got a 28 out, which is a hard pass, I believe. Let me double check.
What did
Yeah,
everyone
hard
else
pass.
do?
I got a hard pass.
Okay. Hawkins?
That was extreme 2.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay, that's fine then. So yeah, Hawkins especially, you'll see below, well, on what is now the roof to you, you see there seems to be like small like tombs, like obviously where you'd put people in, like like where you'd find like,
Sarcophagus.
sarcophagus, where you'd find like mummies.
Sarcophagi, yeah.
And then there's cabinets, but they all look pristine, like they're well kept. Everything seems very well kept.
And then there's what?
And then
Did you say?
it's all just there's cabinets and drawers.
And that's all on Jacob's
You did
end,
say
right?
cabinet.
Yeah, that's on
okay.
Jacob's end. On your end, there's pretty much nothing on your end here. There's like small like stone bits that jut out a little bit, but you can just walk around.
So by me, there's the sarcophagus and
Cabinets and stuff, and
Cabinets.
you got the pillars as well.
do I notice any like writing on the sarcophagi?
It's just like the same similar
Three
symbols
different
you've been
real-
doing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do they appear to be Egyptian?
The sarcophaguses, they appear to be Egyptian from looking. Just one quick glance.
This is extraordinary.
Well, I like the cigarette.
So
Does the smoke go up or does the smoke go down? Or does it just
Or
stick
does
right in
it
the
stop
same
and you're
layer?
just gonna fill the space with smoke?
A little era, yeah.
I guess it may go up and then just fill that little pocket.
Yeah, it's just gonna fill the pocket. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, so what Napier? What are you? As you're with pretty much the sarcophagus and that, what are you doing?
I'm going to, since I have gloves on and whatnot, I'm going to examine all the, go through the cabinets and examine what's in there.
Okay, I'm not gonna get you to roll for it because again, it's just the same like priceless looking stuff that you saw in the other room.
Okay, same kind of stuff.
Yeah, similar. And then
Open
obviously,
the sarcophagi.
That's what I was going to look at. Are they able to be opened?
do you want to do? They look like they can. They just look like you push off the lid.
Do they just look like a normal sarcophagi, or are they like?
Do they have
sure.
like the Egyptian faces and everything on them?
Yeah, they have like a little.
Made
The
from,
full thing,
from
okay.
stone or from wood?
Some of them are like like the square tombs, and then some are like the proper golden looking sarcophagus.
Okay.
With the head shape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and open one of them.
Okay, can you do a strength for me?
How many in total are there?
What could possibly go wrong?
I can count how.
An 8. It
There's
was effort.
24.
There's 24.
Yeah.
Effortless.
A whole platoon of them. Oh, great.
So you open one, don't see anything except at the bottom, there's dirt at the bottom, like the soggy mud that you've been
mud?
seeing. Yeah, just soggy mud at the bottom of them.
Ah.
Oh, definitely taste it.
Hey, what do you see, Jacob?
More mud.
Oh, fantastic. It's okay, I'll send down the biologist
well.
and they grab Jorgen to...
You want me to do another one?
I'm planning to go. You don't have to throw me into. I'm not sure. I
Obviously,
might just float in the middle.
You have more rope, so you can set up the rope thing again. So
Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm going to go open another
I will
one.
go up down to where Jacob is.
okay, so the rope just gets set up. By now you're used to doing this, so I'm just gonna say you get down.
Well, no, because he wouldn't have any... Unless Jacob's going to help him at the other end.
Oh yeah, Napier, would you help him come down and then go to push?
Sure.
Just make Jorgen do a
What
climb.
is with all the Jorgen hate all of a sudden?
So yeah, I'll just say Jorgen gets down. Napier, can you do another strength roll for me?
Yeah. Ooh. I passed.
You passed.
55 out of 55.
You again push it open, and it takes a little bit more, but then you see more mud.
Now,
And
is he opening the fancy ones or just the wooden, just the plain ones?
It's up to him. It's up to him.
I didn't. There's
Well,
different
yeah,
ones.
I
I'm
should say
sorry.
you.
Yeah, there's like plain stone, like rectangular ones, and then there's normal sarcophaguses.
No,
But they're all like,
I'm gonna go find one of these fancy ones and open it up.
okay, so we'll just assume the past two that you've opened have been the plain ones. So then, yeah, if you do another strength roll for me.
50. Yes.
Okay, yeah, you get that. And again, because they're laid down, there's just mud. It's wet mud. Can you all do spot hiddens for me?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I got an...
Oh.
17.
I don't even see the sarcophagus in front of me.
I am busily taking samples, so I don't see whatever it is.
Jorgen, you'll be the exception because you will see what this is.
I got a hard pass.
I got a hard pass.
Palmer, did you pass or did you fail?
Yes, I did a regular pass.
Okay, so the people who passed,
My
And
eyes are
you're-
closed.
so the mud sample that Jorgen is looking at, you guys just see it start to bubble, and then it starts to form into something, like these sludgy legs form, and then this sludgy body of mud, and then arms, and then this muddy face just appears, and we'll end it there for today.
Probably
Oh.
we shouldn't have opened three of
Holy
them, bro.
dread!
Oops.
Holy dread!
Quick, put the lid back on. All right. Our players included John Byram, Michael Ray, Stuart Lipley, Zane Fleming, Cthulhu Bob, and myself with Josh Harwood as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 5 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.